Tuesday the 17th, 2026. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you, and I have a lot of stuff. So much that from this weekend, I had to write it down on basically a notebook. So we're going to get started on that, and this is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime, drugs, the homeless. So let's get started. All right, guys. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We'll start here. We were coming back from the casino up north of the river. And get down here now. You know that basically this ramp when you come off 435 23rd Street is a nightmare when it comes to a lot of the homeless and stuff down here. There's panhandling going on. They start fires down here. Now I posted actually a video just about a week ago where there was actually a fire truck down here putting a fire out. Which I don't understand why they allow them to get underneath the bridge anyway. And this was just this weekend. And guess what? There was another one crawling around underneath this bridge again. So we're going to show that real quick. We're going to show about the drugs, other things that go on here in Kansas City. And there's a lot of stuff that goes on. Why this is allowed, I don't know. So let's get on with it here. And I'm going to speed this up just a hair. We're turning. I want you guys to see. And I gotta operate this here on the tablet so you guys can see this. So we're getting ready to go underneath the bridge here. We're turning on 23rd Street. And over here underneath these pillars, there's a guy. To here just a second, guys. Crazy stuff. All right, there's a guy right there. I don't know what he had. There was something also that was kind of shiny in his hand or something, but crazy stuff over here. And the last time about where my cursor is at this pillar, there was one that had a fire that was going. That's where they had to put the fire out. The fire truck did. So, I mean, these people are dangerous. I mean, they are dangerous. And something should be done with these people because, I mean, when they do stuff like that, this isn't about like today, how cold it was and stuff. I mean, some of these people I've seen in the summertime here start fires, even down here in Sterling. I posted where this one gal was high and she had lit the sidewalk on fire. Now, if they'll do that, they could light anything on fire, guys. They could light your house on fire, your front yard on fire, your backyard on fire. Crazy stuff. And it's allowed to just keep going on here in Kansas City and Independence. It's also where everybody's going to get to see when all these people come in here from all these different countries what this place is like. Not good. So we're going to go on down just a little ways, and I thought, well, I wonder if the bunch down here by on the Fiska station, if there would be a car sitting there. Usually sometimes there's 3 to 4 cars, and yeah, there was one sitting down here, okay? Now, see if I can darken this down a little bit so you guys can get a better perspective of this. Now, here is the car where my cursor is at, and they deal a lot of drugs there. Now, I don't know what this car was this time. I've seen up to maybe probably 12 people standing around these cars, hanging out down here. So this was over the weekend. And it's just like, it's just like they always got to have those lights on. Hey, I'm in business. Come on by. Oh, don't worry. We're going to show that good old 40 highway and 7-Eleven. There's a guy that had crossed over from 7-Eleven. And he had a wad of money in his hand. Now, it don't take rocket scientists to, come up with the idea of what these people are doing. And it should be cracked down on. Let's see if I can find that real quick, too, let you guys see. So hold on, guys. All right, guys. You can't make this stuff up, man. I mean, come on. 7-Eleven. Oh, look at that white car. And I love the ones that are backed in, man. I mean, come on. But let's take a good look at this guy. Now, on this day, I can't remember if this was Saturday or Sunday. It was when that wind was really blowing. I mean, it was whipping around. And this guy, I mean, we all walk crossing down the streets here with a wad of cash in our hand. I mean, not so much. You see that? See all those bills? I mean, Kansas City's known for stuff like this. I was downtown, and of course, that guy, man, I bet one guy, he probably had, I don't know, 30,000 in his hand, maybe. This guy, he's got a pretty good wad in his hand. But, I don't know. Now, this was just this weekend. Right here. 40 Highway in Chrysler. If you're coming in here for that event and you don't do drugs, you don't want to go to this place because, man, this is not a good thing. Now, what's funny about this kind of is that independents in the last couple of days have been sitting around. I like it, too bad they can't, like I say, they come down the street maybe once in a blue moon. But the thing of it is, over the weekend, they were sitting down here at actually kind of almost in front of where my friend that went out to Phoenix and came back. That's where his parents used to own one of those houses down there on the corner. And when we were having some other booming and stuff, I was sitting out in front on my circular driveway. And, there's that meth recovery place up there, like you're going to the Strike and Spare, which is now a machine-like factory, or they work on stuff or do something up there. I guess they're also renting it out to FedEx so they can store some of their vehicles up there too. Probably making money that way too. But what was really interesting, hold on guys a second. Okay, I'm back. Is that I'm sitting there and some of these houses have become rental properties. And I'm wondering if they're using them as low housing. I wonder if the state, because now the pieces of the puzzle are starting to maybe come together. Because there was a black gentleman that went up to that meth recovery place, and he was coming from a house down there. Now, I just thought that in between two of those houses on the end down there, and I thought, wow. I thought, well, this is interesting. Now, you can't make this stuff up, but, I mean, you can't make this stuff up either. I mean, the wind must have been blowing at that time, 30. Yeah, we all have our money out like that, and, with 35 mile an hour wind. Not me. Not anybody's got any sane thoughts about all this and stuff, and how they do this. Some of these go back over here to that apartment complex. It's back over here by this dental area. Some go down there by that Chrysler Apartments. This guy was going back to this by these apartments back here by this dental area, kind of walking down in that area. Now I don't know if that's where he was going to, but that's the area he was in when we turned. But interesting. Now, hold on. All right, guys, I wouldn't want to forget to show that here, because this, like I say, this black gentleman's come from down there by those on the quarter house down there. I'm just thinking, that's interesting. Oh, let's see here. Let me get this going. There we go. So we're going to see where he walks to. And he's walking up the hill. He's going up to that meth recovery place. Also found another thing interesting. One of those bikers that goes down the street's always got this gal basically riding with him. He also went in this meth recovery place up here. So there's a lot. This has brought a lot of bad stuff over here. This has not been good that they allowed this to go in up here. But I want you guys to see this where this gentleman walks here. Of course, everybody's just saying, oh, well, that's the Independence here. Just wanted to show that. So it made me think for a second. Now, hold on, guys. As we're talking here, we'll go back to the guy that's got the wad of cash in his hands across from 7-Eleven. You know, like I say, I mean, did somebody buy people? Some of these houses were bought out. And then what, did they cut a deal with the city or something? And then they got these meth recovery people that are living out here, going to the meth recovery. That's pretty weird. I don't know. That's pretty crazy, isn't it, guys? So let's get on with this. Let's see what else. Oh, man. Let's see. I had a guy down there by Waterfall Park. It looked like he had a knife that he had in his sock, like by his shoe. That gray van with Jose in it is still sitting down there. Well, man, we wouldn't want to stop those drugs here from moving in Independence, Missouri or Kansas City, would we? So let me see if I can find that real quick, too. All right, guys, so what I wanted to show first is they go over here, they deal these drugs in this Gorman's parking lot. Now, Independence today was sitting over there. There was one car that was over there. Now, you got to understand, there's one gentleman that goes over there, and he takes student drivers. But this isn't the car that I've ever seen. It's got the student driver deal on it. This had dark windows on it, and I thought that was kind of weird that they were sitting over there, but nothing was being said about this car driving around. Didn't see no student driver deal on it. But we're going to go on from there because I want to show you how they cross over. And that's what you're seeing right here. This guy's crossing over. Now, this is from Gordman's, and he's going back over here towards the bridge. And sometimes they go back underneath the bridge. Some of them still are trying to live underneath that over there. And isn't it amazing? I mean, they're homeless, but man, they all got cell phones, and they all can communicate, and they can all get. I mean, they're not communicating, getting a job. Oh, well, they already got a job. They got a job to move the drugs here in Independence in Kansas City. And let's see if I can bring this back out so you can see the Nolan Road Fashion Square where Gordman's was. So, I wanted to show that. And crazy stuff. Now, hold on, guys. So we get on up here at Lee Summit Road and 40 Highway. And this guy here, I mean, I don't know. He's either, got a lot of mental problems or he's on stuff on and off. And sometimes he's so hyped up in the center of the road, it's not even funny. But I'm going to show you what I'm going to show you is these other two guys that was on down there by the turn-in at Waterfall Park is what I wanted to show you. It just so happened. And, I mean, you can see this guy. He just, he's always jumping around. I mean, he's got some kind of real bad problem. And we're going to get down here. And I could see, I don't know if it was a knife. I don't know if it was make it like a shank or a screwdriver or something this guy had down in his sock. But it was something. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, it's safe over here to be over in this park, jogging along. Now, what's funny about this is, we're going to talk about that in a second. And it's not funny. See this guy here. And that's why, like I say, he had something. He had some kind of something as a weapon down in there. And he was trying to get his pants leg back over it. And I'm thinking here for a second, I just, or I think it was last week, not this last weekend, the weekend before last, out in Las Vegas, Nevada, they had a bike ride. Now, they have bike rides out there every so often. I don't know if it's every couple of weeks or once a month or whatever. They had over 1,500 bicyclists. They had bicyclists. They had, what am I looking to say, skateboarders. They even had roller skaters. I thought that was pretty cool. I know next time when I get back out there again, I wouldn't mind doing the roller skating. But they go for miles on this stuff. And then they had the electric bikes and stuff too. But they had 1,500 of them. But what was interesting is they didn't really have no police around. None of them were smoking pot. None of them were doing drugs. They were all having a good time, all 1,500 of them going around there. And they were going down by like the old, Fremont or whatever, down there in those areas, down by the Strat, and going back around to look like or whatever. But I'm just thinking here, and then, I mean, things do happen out there in Vegas. They do have problems. I mean, when I was out there, there was a guy there got hit by a guy hit and run that I actually video. But here, the thing of it is, between the drugs and the crime, it's really bad. And Independence or Kansas City, Missouri or whatever else would make you think, oh, there is a big problem here. And there's a big problem, definitely. But I wanted to show that. Let's see if I can bring this in just a little bit closer. I don't know if I can get that. I don't think I can. But I'm thinking, here you go again. Crazy stuff. Now, hold on. All right, guys. So here's that. Back into that van. This guy, he's got a mustache. And he looks Latin. But what's really weird about this is this guy's been down here for a long time. What are they doing? I mean, they need to be checking on these people regular like this. Because, like I say, a lot of them are moving the drugs and doing different things. Way back, a couple years back, up there by this storage place up here by that, Four Quarters Church or whatever, up there, kind of by there. There was a bunch up there that it was homeless, and they had actually had left stuff out on the tailgate, kind of like on the back end of their vehicle there, of all the different kind of stuff like the drugs and different things they were using. And this place, I notice also, there's vehicles, there's legit people that go over here and park when there is a softball game. But I guess, I don't know, I guess they're probably teenagers or whatever. But when that's not going on, there's a lot of other bad stuff going on. Now, I know there's been a couple other vehicles with this vehicle over here. And actually, this vehicle actually tracks back to over in my area on East 47th Street South. Because there's another guy that was linked to this guy, and I got both of them sitting over there at the same time. So, yeah, there's something that's wrong here. And they need to really be looking at this a lot more. It's not good. I mean, it's normal to see a vehicle sitting for, I don't know how long. Probably last couple years on and off. But this guy, then he disappears. It's like this is his job. What's his job here all day, and then he disappears? Because at nighttime he knows, I guess, the police come through, so he's not there. But in the daytime he's there, and he's sitting in the vehicle. It ain't like he's up there fishing or something there at Waterfall Park. I don't know. Very, very weird. No, it's not weird. It's the drugs and stuff here in Kansas City. Between the fentanyl, meth, cocaine, and the rest. But hold on, guys. Okay, guys, so I wanted to show this. I was over at Walmart off 39th over there, and oh man. I mean, the homeless hang out over there. There's stuff in the parking lots and everything else, but all this goes hand in hand. Not just between the drugs and the crime, the other, but the trash. And I wanted you guys to see this because this just blew my mind. Get up here. And look at that, guys. That's all trash. I remember at one time when Walmart was over there, there was nothing like that. That's a joke. And nothing being done about it. Look at that. Jesus. Hold on, guys. Yeah, I gotta show this one more time, guys. I want you to watch this guy walk across too with this wad of money. She's like, oh, I'm here to sell, man. And nothing going to get me. Not going to touch me. Watch this. You look at the rim. Hey. Yeah, buddy. He goes on down. Hold on. All right, guys. We'll wrap this up. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven, right, guys? Anyway, keep your eyes open. This is Kansas City. This is Independence, Missouri. And stay safe out there, guys.